The sun was setting behind a wounded Jerusalem. Two men walked the road to Emmaus, their steps heavy with the weight of loss. Their Messiah was gone, their faith buried with him. The wind carried fragments of rumors, whispers of an empty tomb, but they dared not believe again. Every mile between them and the city felt like a farewell. And yet heaven had chosen this road. For when hearts break, the word walks. Unseen, unrecognized, yet closer than breath. The dust beneath their feet did not know it was carrying the footsteps of resurrection. When a stranger drew near, his presence quiet yet magnetic. He asked, "What words are these that you speak with such sorrow?" And they stopped, faces turned by grief. "Are you the only one in Jerusalem who doesn't know?" they asked. They spoke of the cross, of the loss, of the shattered dream. And the stranger listened, as the author of the story listens to his own tale retold in pain. He did not reveal his name. Instead, he began to speak, and the road itself seemed to lean closer. For truth was walking incognito, and grace had borrowed a disguise. Then he spoke, not as a man recalling history, but as eternity unveiling its pattern. From Moses to the prophets, he wove a golden thread through time itself. Was it not necessary, he said, that the Christ should suffer and then enter his glory? Every word turned their despair into wonder. The road no longer felt long. It became holy. The sun seemed to linger, refusing to set on revelation. Their hearts began to burn, though they did not know why. For fire was being born in them, not from sight, but from Scripture. When the road ended, but they could not let him go. "Stay with us," they said, "for the day is almost over." And he entered their home, as he had entered their sorrow, quietly. They set the table, unaware they had prepared an altar. The stranger took the bread, blessed it, and broke it. And in that breaking, their blindness broke too. The light of recognition shattered the twilight. For in the hands that broke the bread, they saw the scars that saved them. And then he vanished, leaving behind only fire. The house fell silent, but their hearts thundered. "Did not our hearts burn within us," they cried, "when he spoke to us on the road?" It was not the words alone. It was the voice behind them, a fire that consumes despair without leaving ashes. Faith, once buried, had risen from the dead. They had seen the impossible, and now the world itself felt too small for their joy. They rose into the night, not to rest, but to run. For when heaven sets your heart aflame, darkness becomes a road home. They ran through the night, guided not by sight but by fire. Every step carried revelation. The grave was empty, but their hearts were full. When they reached the others, breathless and radiant, their words broke like dawn through the room. "We have seen him. He walked with us." And even as they spoke, the air shifted. Peace entered before the door could open, and the stranger returned, no longer hidden, but risen, radiant, undeniable. The room trembled with glory, and faith itself fell to its knees. He stood. Among them, his words the same as creation's first breath. "Peace be with you." He showed them his hands, the wounds that no longer bled but blazed. The fire that once burned in prophecy now burned in person. They touched eternity and found it warm. Fear melted like wax before his voice. For this was not a ghost, this was glory wearing scars. And as he breathed upon them, the Spirit whispered through history, "Receive life again." The word that once walked beside them now lived within them, and love became fire, forever unextinguished. The road to Emmaus never ended. It became every path where despair meets revelation, every heart that burns again because the word still walks beside it. He still comes as a stranger, unrecognized yet unmistakable. In every breaking of bread, in every whispered scripture, he kindles the same flame. And those who walk with him learn that resurrection is not an event, it is a journey, a road, where grief becomes glory and where every step taken in faith turns ashes into light, for the stranger still speaks fire,